Hello and welcome to my utility room. As you maybe can hear, this one, my ventilation system, is starting to become very noisy. Start to measure with my watch. Pretty high. Oh, around 70 decibel. And yeah, noise is coming from the motors. Let's see if we can fix it. Before we do anything, we will just disconnect the power. And it's pretty easy to open. It's just 2 screws on top. And now we should be able to lift the whole ground off, and yes, we could indeed. As far as I could hear, sound came from the right side, up here, where we have a motor. So let's get this motor out. Power is off, so we don't need to worry about that. The motor is here, where we have some cables coming out. So cables are going in behind here, so let's get this one off. This little control panel without breaking anything. Follow the cables. This one is connected into fan control 2 and plugged out. And the other one is connected, it's called fan 2 here. And there's also a ground cable like that. Now the motor is free. You can already hear the noise here. So by turning it by hand, I can at least. So let's get it out to the workstation. Now when we are in some more familiar surroundings, let's get this motor assembly apart. And how do we do that? Looks like in here there's just 4 screws. And it seems like that did the job. Oh, now we also have cable ties down here. Let's first get the cable through. Here on the side we also have 2 screws. That might give us a little more space. Like this, yes. And we want to put these 2 cable ties down here without destroying the cables, of course. This one. So far so good. And still noisy. And what is getting noisy in such a thing? I'm getting some bearings. Before I do too much, I want to say I looked online what a whole new motor assembly was costing, or just trying to find the motor, but we were around 500 euros, give or take. Maybe I'll show it on the screen now. And if not, you have to take my word for it. Yeah, so I decided to give it a go and try to change just the bearings. If it is possible, because they only costed €2.50 each around. There should be 2 inside. Four screws gone. Can we take it apart now? It feels like it, yes. Pretty easy. How's the circuit board look? Too bad. Something looks a little suspicious here, but right there, but it's probably nothing. It was running, so our problem is in here, I guess, somewhere. Guessing we should be able to pull this here out somewhere. This little metal shield. Ah, yes. And as you see, here we have a bearing. And how do we get the bearing off? There's sitting a little locking washer. If we can get it. Doesn't look like my pliers are small enough. Can we do it with a screwdriver? Here with 2 screwdrivers. Yes, there it is coming. And that flew away, but I found it. So now this pin is off, or what is it called? What did they call it? Safety split thing is gone. We should be able to take this whole spinning thing out. Somehow, at least. We go in from the back. That was the easy way. And now we have access to 2 bearings. And it looks a little rusty in here, especially down here. And this bearing is running rough, so we need to get that one off if we can. First of all, it's running rough. Second of all, it's not at all easy to get out. Let's start with this one. Can we get this one out? Ah yeah, this one we can just move a little bit back and forth, it seems like. Slowly coming. Or we push it from the back. Maybe easier. Boom. It came out. This one feels actually okay, but we'll replace it anyways. But the other one really feels bad. And what can we use to get it out? I'll just give it a little WD-40 to try to loosen it up. See if that will help anything. It's really good stuck on there. Now it came loose. some kind of washers in here. Keep them in the same orientation, but I will just try them to remove the rust from it. Then I will just clean this shaft down here also, which have also rusted a little apparently. But our main concern is this one. Bearing, very bad running. Good. So far so good. We will put these two strange washers down again. This magnet hole, and then we'll take our new bearings. Hopefully these ones will be less noisy. Let's see. Actually, I'll just loosely clean this hole here from the old rust residue. And that is better. I think actually the bearing which was stuck down here, actually this was supposed to be in here, but it have been so stuck, I guess, that it just didn't come without. I mean, it fits very nice in here, so easy to squeeze in. And on the other side as well, easy to squeeze in. And then we put this part of the motor back with the new bearings, and squeeze it all the way down like this. For now, no sound. And we put our new locking washer on. Oh, new, it is the old locking washer, but we put at least some kind of locking washer on again, and we try to do it without breaking anything. There it came. Click, it's it. And is it nicely seated? It is perfectly seated in there. So far so good. And I don't know if I said it before, this is a Pluggit, the brand is called, of this ventilation system. Yeah, just in case you have the same one, want to fix it as well. I think this is a pretty normal problem for these ones. I think they're using too cheap bearings. And in case you want to do the same as I'm doing, let's of course see if it's working. But if, then I will leave the part number of these new ones I've ordered in the description. This little plastic cover back in. Now we want to be careful with these pins here that we don't scratch the circuit board. There are some holes that they need to go in, and also this plastic guide pin here. So let's see if we can get it in without damaging anything. Like that. And the 4 screws. We just want to make sure that they're nice and tight, the screws, without over tightening, of course. And like that. Now we need to get it back into the box. I think I'll just start by putting the wires through. They were down in this hole here. Before we get too far, I will just put the cable ties on, or at least prepare them. See if we can get our screws with the washers in here. And we don't want to forget our cable ties. We want our wires, our cables under control, so they won't get sucked into the fan. And we shouldn't forget these ones. And the other one. Good. Now this thing is almost back together. We still have the two button screws here. Good. So now this one motor assembly is back together. Let's get it back into the ventilation machine. And we are back in the utility room. Let's get this one back in. And it's back together. Let's have a look if it works. Power back on. Running again with full power. Sounds more quiet to me. Let's try to measure sound level again with the watch. Yeah, in general lower. Before we were going sometimes all the way above 75 and now we kept it. At one point it was on 70, but I can tell you, for me, it sounds much more quiet. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Watch these two videos. And have a good one. See you next time. Bye bye.